Bigger base. Hell, this one's already too big. Hello, fellow Star Voyagers. Hey Ty, hey Sea Star, hey Bullsy. Hey everyone out there. Hey Snake. Hi, Quiet's butt. Hi, Quiet. It's all good. Did you, I didn't catch the very end. Did you finish the demo, or did you just cut loose? I don't know how much they put into that demo. Good to see you on, though. Here's where they tell me I don't care what. I spent hundreds of thousands of PF points. I don't know or care what they are. Anyways, I spent them on stuff. That's what they were to me yesterday. It was probably unwise because they count for something more if you play online. Hey, DJ. But I just spent them on... Why is this thing clearing? That thing highlight every day until you've spent some of your points? I don't understand the mechanic at work there. And you spam? Okay, so EF grade, yellow. It's your attention. Which one of these? Not weekly, it's shortly. It has a yellow dot. Okay, we're still going. We're in. I'm right, but I don't care about rank. Don't want to apply. The only thing on the screen that's yellow, and we did this yesterday and the day before, and it'll happen again on Monday, is PF point exchange. Well, so what? I mean, that's optional, right? You're not forcing me. Surely you're not forcing me to spend points, otherwise it's going to stay yellow, is it? Oh well. Just for spending what you need. It's like a prize for competing in events. Except somehow I got them while refusing to compete in events. All the more reason to spend them on whatever. I don't want a bunch of CDE staff. Let's not do any of that. When more things pop up on the list, we'll get to those. Yeah, it's just, you know, suppose if someone had serious OCD and it wouldn't really trigger off of something like that. Not likely. But if it did, that would suck. Automatic after buying a fob. Sure, fine. Okay. Whatever you say. Sides. Heavy infantry. It's fine. It's heavy infantry. DD is good for finding stuff no matter what mission you're doing. But if I have to crawl a lot, everybody's armored, and I have to crawl a lot. Just having DD right next to me while I'm crawling behind people and trying, yeah, it's more trouble, I think, than it's worth. I have a few DJ. Whoa! Hey, Iceman. Good to see you, man. Something like a little cleavage to start the stream. Yeah, she shows off everything. A bit of everything. Did a mission failed? I think it said something. Yeah, how are you, man? The stream's been going. How's the mixer? T-Star, thank you for jumping on that hug there. The hugs are in order. It's been too long. It's been too long.
Be careful down there, boss.
Here it goes. Be pretty sweet to put a action camera on quiet when she does her little run. Time this afternoon while the World Cup's on, so thought you'd stop by. Picked this up recently. Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. Think you'll give it a shot? More. There's always more. She never puts it away. There's always more. Actually, scout this properly for once. Gun in the air. Poster. Bullshitter. Yeah, if you can get the weirdness out of your mind, I think you'll love the gameplay. You'll love playing it. I hope you do. It's still mechanically, for me, one of the most entertaining. I struggle these days with so many things, and not the least of which is pulling my head out of things that are not games. Just relax. Play the game. That was not the right thing to bring up right now, but this still works. That was the point, is this game still works, and there aren't too many that are working for me right now. A wonderful sandbox. Presents so many different things. Sometimes it's often line of sight puzzles. You can create line of sight puzzles out of the environment, or damn, lots of things that aren't that.
Message coming in.
Tim Pika, thank you for the host. Hello. Hey, Procyon. What weirdness? This game is just a day in the life of Florida Man. Haha. Yeah, I mean, he was. So that didn't work. What do you mean you guys didn't hear him shout? Ah. You guys have bullshit hearing sometimes. Right back at ya. Tim Pico, hope everyone's having a good day. I was gonna say, poor guy was just, he was just trying to finish med school and all this shit went down, and look where he ended up. These guys out of here before they start waking up. We'll get the last two in a minute. Last two? Did she even scout them all? I don't think the count's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it is 7. Okay. Wyatt has a bad habit of missing people when she scouts. All right, get something good. C-star. Ty, you've been playing so much Yakuza. What is stealth? What is stealth?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Hey, Rex. No one ever sees the Fultons taken off. So, Iceman, we were talking about sight ranges.
Message
You
coming
gotta
in.
extract him.
Patching it through.
Procyon and some others were giving me feedback on when things get heard and seen. Daytime, no weather, 30 meters, right? Something would get heard, would get seen, potentially within 30 meters. Need to be greater than 50 in daytime with no weather before things are not noticed. There are other circumstances that affect that, but pay more attention here, and they're gonna, I don't even know how long they've been in their current positions. Quiet can't do jack besides distract one of them. Time to run, Snake. Time to run. Run, asshole. Down you go. All right. They're doing it wrong. No guns, only fists.
Inventory commander just came in over a secure channel.
Ah, Molesy. Hey, thank you. Rock and roll.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Molesy, you're coming too. Roger that. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Cheers. Yeah. Sub hype. The fists are the guns. The fists are the guns. Hey, Molesy, greatly appreciated. Thank you. Updating. Good timing, too. It's really good timing. Yeah, Iceman, sight ranges. So, nighttime, weather conditions. And then there's the disparity between the mechanics and what is detectable and what we, the player, hears. For example, let me see if I can make a better example. Snake's not making much noise here, right? We go a little faster. It's not really making that much more noise, but he's making more noise, and you would be detectable sneaking up on someone at this speed. But look at how much noise he's making. This is not detectable. It's not a literal noise level. There isn't the noise generated by all this crawling and equipment that we're hearing. We're still crawling. It's still inaudible, even at close range, because crawling. So the game has lots of rules and rule breaks, and it is internally consistent most of the time, but not always. So, yeah. These start to pop back up on the combat deployments. 3-ish. but I haven't played in 2 years. So that PF grade thing, it really is. It's gonna sit there until we spend points. Years, which is okay. What do we want to spend points on? Teams that are desperately needing to rank up. We're about to lose a lot of people too. Yeah, there you go. This is a much... That distills it much better. Weapons clanging together, nothing. Poke a bucket, music of hell unleashed. Yeah. Let's see what... I did develop... Oh yeah, what did I do last night? I developed at the end of the stream... Let a couple things go. Waited. One of them was the M2000. We've been using the Renov as a trank sniper. But... Save Seastar, did you look that up yesterday? The other day? And see that it has a... you should also see what we can do to customize that. You asked about customizing weapons, DJ? Or who asked about customizing weapons? Yes, we can. Yes, I have a few. Yes, we'll customize more. The main reason I customized things was to get a suppressor on this gun really early, somewhere around here. But if the M2000 hits a little harder, and it will have at least a medium durability suppressor. We could try playing with that. I gotta swap that out into my loadout and see how we can customize it. Let's go back to the ACC and do that. Just got back with chicken wrap. Yeah. Bingo. Some things aim for too much of a realistic sim for my taste because reality isn't that fun until you shave off the inconveniences. So, yeah. NDZ, hey guys, hey. I don't have a lot of weapons customized. Primarily, it was this Renov. I made a cheaper variant with this Gaudy blue so I could make sure to notice if I was carrying it by accident in a mission. It was the weaker variant, cheaper. It was because I was earlier deployments. You know what? Let's just nuke that. We don't need that. Not likely to change much here. I'm just looking at functional barrel changes. The B barrel. The bullnose barrel, bull barrel, closer shot grouping. Is a slow fire. I mean, almost every single shot gets its own aim, so. Hey, Densa. What's up? Greetings, sir. Docs. What suppressors do we have now? R2B. What? Anyone know the difference between the R2 and the R2B? Nope. Comes with the 2 to 8. That RF range finding scope. Is that what the RF stands for there? Nothing compared to the R2D2. Anything else we want to customize? Want to get the specialist that's required to get the unlimited suppressor version of our pistol. I don't think there's anything I need to customize on it right now. Did I look at how we can customize? That's the same reason I had that ugly looking MRS. As much on this. It had a crappy suppressor. We cannot modify the suppressor that's on this. Too bad, we can't put a better one on it. Yeah, hello, all you beautiful people. Hi. Hugs, right back. Sight? Oh, okay, we can add a laser sight. Anyone find sometimes the laser modules are distracting? I don't even know the difference between them. I could see them. Oh wait, we had a dot sight. Dot sight laser module. I don't think we need an additional laser module. Isn't that getting a little much? What happens if we put... Don't tell me we add a grenade launcher to this fucking thing. But, so it's still a stun weapon, but it can now also fire grenades. What's the firing mechanic? For launching off the grenades, like a secondary firing mode. That's cool. Optics, booster, that dot sight. You could change the scope, but I have to play with each of these to really compare. I don't know enough about weapons and scopes to know what kind of results I'm gonna get from these things. That's the one that's on the M2000 we just got, but I haven't used it yet. Came with a booster 2x. Oh, that's one. And then dot sight. It's just... Yeah, oh, what percentage? Sorry, NDZ. Yeah, exactly. You got it. It's about 40-something. Low 40s. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore your question there. I'm just lost in the menu. And it's a little beyond me. Some gun stuff's a bit beyond me. So, story-wise, everyone's about to get sick today, I think. We are up to Aim True, Ye Vengeful. And then there's, Denza. The rest, 60% are mine-clearing missions. So, see how we've been doing. It's about how far we are. Liquid made it to base. But he hasn't started too much shit there yet. Side ops, I've been doing most of the side ops that come up, and I have not been repeating them, not yet. Doing okay on funds and such. Sure they all clear right now, except for target practice. Rare. I like seeing the boxes checked. I feel like you could train goats to solo mine clearing missions, especially if you're willing to lose a few goats. I wonder if you could still collect dinner at that point. How are our teams doing? 50s, 30s on security. It's the newest team. R&D. I kind of pumped R&D and Intel to 60 so I could get a few things developed. There's probably one or two other things that'd be nice to develop that we're not too far from if we pumped up one of the teams, medical or support or something, but without my eye on a specific development project, I don't know. Lose a goat, gain a barbecue. Your dad would be a healthy meal. I think there would be risk of shrapnel. You'd probably have to cook it still. This is a horrible discussion. There's no way to butcher anything. And if you guys were gonna eat me, I'm not sure a landmine is how I would want to be butchered. So maybe, I mean, it would be flamboyant. So, we go back to base real quick, if anything's waiting for us there. Conventional parasites, that is. Uh-huh. Probably just get a standard landing. Sometimes you come back to Mother Base and an event triggers. Sometimes you're leaving Mother Base and an event triggers. Sometimes you're out in the field and you get called back to Mother Base. Or you go to the ACC and you're forcibly returned to Mother Base for a cutscene. Oh, NDZ. Okay, I gotcha. I gotta stop. I gotta stop talking so much about stuff when people ask how far I am in the game. I shouldn't say so much in case I want to say too much. Any tips? 11% in. Are you enjoying it already? Do you like sneaking around? Or how are you doing with the basic
Welcome back, boss.
gameplay? There's lots of ways to approach things. Tips could depend on that. I would
How you doing, boss?
fill base with as many soldiers as possible early in the game. When you get the opportunity to start building up more platforms on the base, there might be some tips there, but they get a little spoilery.
Boss, thank you for saving those animals.
Those animals. So we should do some conservation. We do some target practice too at some point. I need to go check in. I light up yellows sometimes. And see one of the. We do one of these. See how bad my aim is today. Hardest part is finding them all. So probably gonna run out. It's nighttime. I can't even see. So we have targets all over. See how many? 35 of them, and you've got a timer. I haven't done this in 2 years. I'm not gonna find them all. So we're unlikely to make it through. I think you can use whatever weapons you want. A couple. They're not all stand in one place and shoot things. Like even this one, I'm gonna have to run around to try to find the last few targets. And then there's different platforms, and so some of them you got to run all about. I recall I had to look up on YouTube where half of these were. RoboDeath, good evening. All right, so we're at 20. There's 15 more. 14, 13.
Thank you for letting me join Time to Talks. I'll give you everything I've got.
Yeah, you want to help me find these targets? See, the platforms are big. They're not actually too far away, but if you don't know where they are, you don't know where they are. NDZ, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Greetings. So anybody who's done enough of this to actually know where the targets are is probably sweating right now, going, I know where they are, go there, go, but I don't know where they are. Steven! Yeah, thank you, Steven. Thank you very much. We don't necessarily even need to climb up anywhere. We probably just need to have the right view. Yeah, like I said, I'm probably not going to find them all. Have to run it a few times or look up where they are. Just get some elevation.
Boss, I'm ready for dispatch. Send me a mission.
It's a good reason to explore some of your base, though. There's one. But we've got way too many left. So there must be an area or 2 or 3 areas with a group of them. I doubt they're all the way up here for the most part. Saw a diamond out of the corner of my eye.
Boss.
I'm not looking for diamonds. Well, okay, so knowing where they are, remembering finding them in the maze, true, that would be hard, but if you know where they are, it's not really a maze. They're they're more logically organized, placed than it looks. When you can't find them, you go crazy. But eventually, let's say you follow a guide on YouTube, where we started down here. There you are. Hey, Steven. Hi, Jay and family. Hi, right back. Thank you again. Good to see you. Hey, Misbehave. Thank you for the host. So many things. So many things. Hi, everybody. It's Saturday. My head's gonna explode. Hi. They could be down. Not expecting to find him. Maybe we'll find another one before the time runs out, but we're not gonna get them all. If you did look them up in the guide, and you did follow the guide, you would find that they're really not as crazy as it seems. They're not all hidden, they're just... probably more of them that you could almost see from here than it looks like. Ah, see, there's some more. See what I mean about probably not as far away as it seems. There's another one. I mean, there were even more up there after all. Garbo, yeah, I do have a Discord. And people are welcome to join after just some hours in the channel. I want people joining Discord who are hanging out here. So anyone who's got, I don't even know the last time we put a number on it. I think it was 30 hours, but Discord info still work. Apparently it does.
Boss, we really need some more room here.
Boss, you need some more room. The entire base. Ooh, I broke an ankle. The shower will fix that ankle.
Give us a development order, boss.
Carried out a one-man infiltration of the Soviet Union, even though he wasn't.
Yeah, maybe the Discord command also still works. I don't really know. Ooh, the selection being on the map. Why would that turn yellow? It's not usually, is it? Are we supposed to visit Huey? Is there some reason we need to go check in with Huey? Maybe no yellow dots? Hold on, just clicking around. Too many keyboards and mice and things.
Roger.
My brain struggles to reconcile why the same training mission that's been there for a week suddenly has a yellow box on it.
This is P-Squad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
41%. I don't know if you saw that right by my head. That was our rated completion. I think our last game we finished 2 years ago, we finished with a 50-something% completion rate. I imagine we're going to have a much higher completion rate this time. No matter what we do from here on out, just playing more of the game, it's going to happen. RoboDeath, let's put in Moby Dick references. Deep in the game. Okay. Jump right on that. Child soldiers have broken away from the Umbele rebels, abducted their XO, extract both the child soldiers' commander and the XO. Actually extracting child soldiers is really tricky right now because we can't Fulton them directly. Yet. But I think that's coming soon. Let's change a few things here. We're going to play with that M2000. I don't know if I've ever used this gun, but it has a comparable suppressor, so I'm willing to give it a shot. And did I put a modified version of this? A grenade launcher attachment? I am so going to launch a grenade when I mean to shoot a rubber bullet, aren't I? Okay. Oh, sleep. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. Happy little accidents, right?
Mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the General's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, the child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt.
One of the last main ops took some extra effort to extract a group of the child soldiers, which right now needs to be done through the helicopter or sort of. They do come back, not on the roster though.
Be careful down there,
But because they're too fragile to Fulton out under ordinary circumstances, you have to get them to the helicopter, which is a real pain, especially if they're more than a couple hundred meters from the helicopter. And then vehicles. I'm not sure. Can we put children into a Jeep and Fulton the Jeep, or will that break the rules and the kids will fall out because we can't Fulton kids yet? I don't know how that'll play out. Is she going the right way? Know where she's going? With that, yeah, just in case you forget, we get credits over and over. We can with the Jeep. So I may have confused that previous mission, part of it with part of this one or part of another one, where there's an additional objective. This mission has
Reconnaissance is best
4
conducted
hidden
from high
objectives.
vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your
The
eyes,
children on bears. Fulton the bears. This is sometimes I like how you think. I think at least one of these main ops has a secondary objective where you can rescue the kids, and it's maybe a few of them. We'll see what opportunities. Troublemaker kid.
Take a good look at their faces so we can ID the targets.
Your kid. Oh, you saw someone on the ground. I can be able to get that face scanned from here. You've been watching gameplay. You've seen a Fulton with the teleportation wormhole looking thing. Super late game. Close. Yeah, it's late game. Rather late game. I can't wait. I don't remember exactly when it is. It's side op related. I know we talked about it a week ago. I can't wait to get my magical Fulton.
A jackal. Is that a side-striped jackal? Jackals are closely related to dogs and wolves, so much so that they can interbreed with them. In fact, the Soviets are trying to create new species by crossing them with other animals.
We already have a couple jackals at base, but why not? Why not a couple more? The ones we have might be lonely. I did not, or not yet. I haven't made, which do you have to make first? Is it the rocket arm stuff? Which ones do you have to make? Sure, I have not made the prerequisites yet.
Quiet.
Side op, need to get special bird for it. Is it like the bird by a waterfall near the mansion, Code Talkers? Is it that one? Did she actually scout this place? I don't think she did. A little late, but have her run around and see if she can spot what I'm missing. I believe there's just one child soldier here. Two. It's quite a fever, huh? And the soldiers would just be useless. You wouldn't be able to function. 49 captured legendary Ibis. The kid who's guarding the... closer.
Okay, that's the General's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss. If you're gonna use CQC on
Wait.
those kids, limit it to throws or punches.
What?
Their size and agility makes it too hard to catch them in a restraining hold.
Fire, quiet. Thank you. Alright, quiet covered me by tranking the kids. I hear what he's saying. We can't use normal CQC on, but you can still
Child soldiers.
throw
No,
them.
must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
Owned by kids. Ain't that the truth?
Boss, another child soldier has entered the village. Must have been out on patrol. Looks like they had more than one patrol out. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
I can't Fulton this guy?
Bangi ya General ya Bakala. Ilumbu
You weren't kidding.
Mosi. Tata ya Bankaka. Na Mono.
Already boned.
Elaka Mono Mambu General Salaka.
Hoping for good angles here. I'm just... Oh,
Bantu
they're
ya
so getting
Buta,
spotted, but I'm still hoping for good angles here.
Etinkaka Mosi.
If we get really lucky.
Nyonso, ke Bampangi. Atampi
We
dina.
also have quiet.
Ya ikentango.
Begin cover fire.
Tuka diaka. Ni mave.
Start tranking these kids.
Ekilo. Utamasa. Utula mi. Nambi.
Some of them have helmets.
Menga.
How quick she works. She's pretty quick. you won't have shots on everyone. Stay here. Alright. Yeah, it was kind of a mess anyways. Prisoner died. Prisoner died. Not this prisoner. What's with the, Alright, I want to look at our objectives here a little better. Oh, you put me right by the jackals, that's nice. So, did it say something about him being too injured to Fulton? I wasn't actually under cover, was I? Yeah, we can't just put the kids in one of the materials containers and Fulton that sucker up. You can deploy with vehicles, so we could actually deploy with a Jeep or something to put them in. If we were gonna call for a helicopter to extract that guy, how close? We'd have to... Why not? I mean, we could grab him and run him back there. An objective where you need to Fulton, kid captain, the prisoner in the same Jeep. Is that this mission you're talking about? Kid commander, it sounds like? I was trying to think of a mission like that the other day. That's why I got them all back to the helicopter during one of those earlier missions. Went to a lot of trouble to do it, and it wasn't an objective. And I may have been thinking about talking about. Okay, we can trank kids, but we can't normally CQC them. We can body slam them. That makes sense. That's, see, they're not too fragile for that. Go. There's another group. We're shooting at training. But this is that scope. That new scope.
Child soldiers. No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
Wait, that didn't land. Quiet, you got cover? Right, the M2000 does a much better job of delivering the trank when it's not a headshot. That body shot is still just taking them out real quick. So, what, do I ask for a Jeep to get dropped in here? I could ask for a Jeep to get dropped in here, right? What does that cost me? Fly drop. Vehicle. Silly, right? Also, I can only get 3 of them out in one vehicle. I can't get 4. Aiming, your biggest issue with the game, Lamia? Not attempt to Fulton the Jeep with the commander and the XO. If you Fulton the Jeep, the XO will fall out of the Jeep purposefully, so just get in and drive out of the area with both of them to complete the objective. We got someone coming this way. Fast!
fire!
Oh shit, he's got a helmet. Should have looked. It did work. It's expensive. I don't really care that it's expensive. What does it cost us to have one of these dropped in? 8,000? I'm sure there's just no way to go about this. Neat that we can do it, but it's something that isn't as practical.
Cover me!
You need only 12 of them, 3 done. Should be able to put one in the driver's seat if we're not going anywhere. You know what I mean. There's at least one quiet's missing. So we're on the verge of being spotted. Wonder who she's missing. So DJ, I didn't follow all of that. Are you suggesting I not put this guy in a Jeep? There, she got someone else. Not put the prisoner in the Jeep? Which one's which, and... She's still tranking. I thought she had them all tranked. We could get a Jeep a little closer. Exo is hurt, so you can't Fulton him with the Jeep. Okay. And is the Exo the guy lying up there, or is he the next guy?
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Which zone? He's missing someone. Missing. No? Hey, there's another Jeep over there. That's cool, we can use that one too. I didn't see it before. Exo was hurt, you can't Fulton him, it's this one. Okay. Alright, I got another mechanical question if anybody knows. Once you've got someone who's knocked out, if you put them in a Jeep like that, I don't know, is it like putting them in, say, a dumpster? Are they permanently incapacitated because you have stored them somewhere? Or Fulton percentage in the rain. Okay, it's good enough now, 100%.
He's coming too. Roger that.
She was knocking out people that I have not marked. I don't know where the kids are that she's knocked out nearby. There's gotta be a few.
That's the target prisoner. Okay, that's That's the General's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss.
Sonar could help now. It could. I developed it. You and I were talking about that the other day, and I did develop it. The red circles indicate possible intel on enemy locations, but does it definitely mean there's anyone in those areas? Like there's one real near me? Yes, there is. Okay. 2.
There he is.
Thank you.
Commander. Extract him.
We need to get out of the hot zone, so back up here. Who did she just see? Strank and more. I mean, I missed some kids I want to go back for. Oh, come on! Don't flip the Jeep, dude! Alright, we got a checkpoint. Rock. You only got 9, you need one more. And was it an objective to get them all? Need 12? Oh well.
Flawless work. You never cease to amaze, boss.
I learned some things.
All right, mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh?
Retry at the beginning, didn't help.
Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this
One more, actually
but
just
we got a
one
big
more
enough
child.
reward
I was
from the
thinking one more
general's
Jeep
number 2
full.
instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care.
Yeah, so, quarantine platform. Spent a lot of time on the menu today. Beaks Kikongo. Beaks Kikongo. Troublemaker in there. Okay.
Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper.
Chopper. All our team's about to level
Those are
down.
the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. That'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your
Even
iDroid
suspect
to
it.
order them into quarantine.
Quarantine time.
Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them
I know,
to.
you said we gotta do
They
it.
will listen to you.
Thank you. Stop talking.
Of course, it's just
No,
a
no, no.
temporary
Stop talking
measure
now.
until we find a
Please.
permanent solution.
Anytime.
But at least
You're
they
welcome
be
to
in
shut up.
solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need.
Point made.
If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice.
Got it.
Boss, open your iDroid.
Stop talking.
I'll explain how to quarantine.
Stop
staff
talking!
members suspected.
Oh, God!
Go
NDZ.
to the mother base
Spoilers
menu and
incoming.
select
If you
staff
don't want
management.
spoilers, pretty big spoilers for the game. Just warning. I'm gonna turn on some tapes. We're gonna spend some time on the menu, and we're gonna be talking about this incident that's occurring. So, just fair warning. Gonna be a lot of spoilers here.
Remember before, boss? When Quiet attacked one of our guys on Mother Base, stuck a knife in his mouth. He's one of the very few soldiers who've had contact with her recently. Close contact.
I'll wait till he's
I
done.
don't think it's a coincidence that he was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then.
Miller, that is a baseless accusation.
The source of the infection is Quiet. Everyone suspects her.
We don't know that. And we've come across these symptoms before. The
Saying it's
bodies
her
in the
fault?
water at the oil field facility. Those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere. But at the very least, she does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
No,
No, she's just gonna
not
flirt
their
a lot.
Words, anyway. But what about her actions? Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
A reason for shoving a knife down the throat of one of our men.
What if she's capable of identifying who's infected? What if she was trying to stop the infection but couldn't communicate that to us? The answer to that, the source of the infection, might be in the mouths of the infected.
You think there's some kind of clue in their mouths?
I don't know. But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who've become symptomatic, something in common.
Something their mouths have in common. Forget it. We can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand how you feel. But this is something to go on.
Can't you see it's just like I said?
Just like I said.
Bringing her here was a big mistake.
Big mistake.
Quiet is gonna be the end of us.
Stand down. You've got zero proof. Try to keep an open mind on this, boss.
Try to keep an open mind
There
on
has
this,
to
boss.
be a way to identify who's infected.
So I remember the first time I played this and got to this point and spent quite a bit of time, put a lot of thought into this. See if he speaks up about quarantine before.
First, take a
Thought
look
it
at the
would.
quarantine facility we've set up. We'll isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them, and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also,
I
until
would
we identify
speak,
the
but
pathogen,
he
we
won't
can't
stop.
fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you.
Are we done? Good. Okay. So they tell you people are getting sick, really sick, don't know why. You gotta figure it out. Maybe it has something to do with their mouths. Remember that time Quiet tried to jam a knife in someone's mouth? Did she bring it? Blah, rah, 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 rah. Well, you could rack your brain on it all day, and I did. I think we spent a lot of time just staring at these. Like, I just maybe stared at these for a long time. Mouth may not lead you to language immediately, but does anyone remember? I think I ended up quarantining the right group of people the first time. After sitting there scratching my head for a long time, decided that what they had in common was Kikongo. Speak Kikongo. Makes a lot more wacky sense in hindsight in the story than it does at this point. The first time, it didn't just leap out. It wasn't obvious. What I can't remember is what I thought of the situation at the time. I mean, I think I arrived at the right conclusion, but I wish I could get my thoughts back. But we need to quarantine people, and we have, how much staff do we have? Like 600 people? More than that. We have a lot more than 600 people now. We need to go through the staff and quarantine all the people we think are sick or at risk for being sick. If we see any symptoms, if people are symptomatic. And, let's see, health status. Would it be ascending, descending, healthy, healthy, ascending, healthy, healthy. Am I in the wrong? I'm in the combat unit. All staff, healthy, sort by. There we go, symptomatic. All staff sorted by symptomatic. So we can see the people who are already moved to quarantine. Injured, not the same as symptomatic. Healthy, healthy, healthy. Right now, everybody healthy. We were told to keep an eye out for those who are symptomatic. I'm still trying to remember what I did 3 years ago. Not the last playthrough, but 3 years ago, the first time. Wonder how many I quarantined at this stage. I think I did play a little more, and more people were getting sick before I sat down to try and figure it out. But when you determine, if you determine that people who speak Kikongo are going to be a problem, we can't sort by language. Which is okay. It didn't seem like a thing you would need to sort by, but we do have this really crappy job right now. So let's do this. Let's break it up into chunks. Let's not do it from the all tab. Let's do it from each of the individual tabs. We're going to quarantine everyone who speaks Kikongo, and the reasoning for that we don't really have enough information in the game yet to go on. We're gonna do it anyways. This means arrowing through everybody. I'm gonna be here for a few minutes. I should put on a tape. Let's get this first group done, then I'll put on a tape. Kikongo is thanks, Robotel. Wonder does it matter if there's any difference if you quarantine them now or later? I think there is in terms of how many die prior to. I don't accidentally fire them. We're going to the quarantine. Let's put on a tape here.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Maybe.
Boss, A new job's come in. It's a hit. I'm the human trafficker who sent Shivani and the others to Nzoya Badia Bulu, where you ran into Skullface. The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around Mother Base. The symptoms are similar to the ones we saw at that factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid.
No, go away.
Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection.
We already heard this.
or
Why'd
what
you just
caused
give
the
this to us
symptoms
as a
develop.
tape? You already made
The
us listen to you
infection rate, along with
say
the number
all
of
of
dead,
this.
are both on the rise. If we don't...
Language sorting would make more sense if you had to form squads on the basis of language. Perhaps send missions where it matters. Soldiers speak the local language. Be elaborate, but cool. Okay. Put on something else. If this section of the stream gets muted, Lemio, anything, we just leave it. I'm gonna be quarantining all the Kakongo people. Hopefully we only need a few tracks. We'll go from here to the end. For now. They just quarantine people? Alright, well, they were quarantining people, which means the health status of a bunch must have changed. There should be no one in the waiting room speaks Kakongo anymore, unless the people just got rewarded from the challenge tasks. Checking it. Kakongo, we did. They already put more Kakongo speakers into our waiting room. Already, I was just there. Okay, combat.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified.
You're gonna
Did
say
you
that a
figure
lot.
out what's causing the
Stop.
infection?
No, you're gonna kill me. Stop speaking. Looking back on it, seeing what they did, which was pretty cool, yeah, I'm sure we could think of better ways to implement it. More creative, more elaborate, or varied gameplay possibilities from the infection. But, you know what they say about hindsight. Yeah, let me, of course. Yeah, we don't have to leave it. I'm gonna be staring at these menus really hard for a while and checking boxes. Doubt I'll be too engaged. It could.
All right.
And
We'll
DZ,
quarantine
we
the
might
staff you
have to
specified.
quarantine you
Did
too.
you figure out what's causing the infection?
Gotta slow down. Even though I'm not going fast, I just almost missed a few. I'm just speeding up a tiny bit. Past minute. Damn near missed a few. Okay, not my favorite song. For me, one of the defining characteristics of music in the 80s is songs that had excellent sections next to atrocious sections of music. There are so many songs from the 80s which I love half of it and cannot handle half of it. You know, this great song with a horrible refrain or something. Or the other way around, a terrible song with just a brilliant refrain. All our teams are gonna level
the
down.
staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Security team, okay. So, I hope I'm not missing any.
Came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Oh no, not me.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
You're causing the infection. Stop talking. Oh, I'm doing it again. Slow down.
We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
I need eye drops. There's our Congo interpreter. Okay.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Getting there. Right. For a moment, I thought Hideo spoke. Yeah, I thought I was quarantining Kojima-san. I don't think it's gonna loop. I'll throw on another tape after this group. I get the sense, maybe someone knows if it happens, I get the sense that the soldiers on Mother Base teach each other languages. They weren't all Fultoned knowing all of these languages. Many of the Kikongo speakers speak Kikongo now, but I'm not sure they all did before. we have left?
All right.
Medical.
We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Go back to medical. Just sick bay.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified.
Brig.
Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
What's to do with people in the brig, though? I mean, they're gonna get mixed into the general population when they get out of the brig. It's like not being able to fire troublemakers from the brig. That's frustrating. Have to find them later. In a sea of 1,000 people, we're gonna have to find like the 5 of them who still speak Kikongo as when they got released from the brig. That's not cool. Go back and look at the brig in a second. There was something we could do about that. We could jot their names down, find them alphabetically in the list later. Maybe that.
Quarantine the staff you specified.
Okay, so
Did
sick
you
bay.
figure out what's causing the infection?
No Kikongo in sick bay. The brig, however, I have a note here. Oh, hey, come on. Note here. Howling Hawk. Thunder Sloth. Blazing Ram. Mad Cat. Mad Cat. Got a cool name. Alright. Brig fob quarantines, quarantine all staff. Right. AIA, former, shouldn't matter. So, quick glance. Anybody? We're just looking to see Kikongo. There are some other K languages, so that's fun. You cleaned up the kitchen while I was doing this. I should have gone and cleaned up the kitchen while I was doing this. Azak Pashto, my eyes saw Kikongo. Just trying to read quickly. Pashto and the other K's jump out at me. you can have a great many troops on base die. 3 staff dead due to epidemic.
Incredible loss. Thanks to you, the
What?
number of new victims has plummeted. And the common
There we go.
point between the infected. Is it really possible for a disease to spread because of that?
Got it. Got it. I think that dialogue is his acknowledgement that we successfully quarantined enough people. Maybe it's not even necessary to quarantine every last one. It probably isn't. Certainly in the ballpark. Thank you. Oh, what? Yeah, message. It was from a few minutes ago. I'm confused. We can run main ops, side ops. Don't know if any new side ops opened up. Of course, we can. There are the repeats. Main op, hunting down human trafficker who's on the run on the savannah. No, I think I remember this one. This one, if you go there really fast, like this is a good one if you have walker gear, you can kind of race to the right position, get there, like out kind of near a cliff, and there's a patrol looking for him. Something like that. Yeah, 12 child soldiers. That was what I missed in that last mission. That was one short, huh? One short. Extracted the prisoner who escaped. I didn't get that prisoner. And the Digitalis. Yeah, you did list them all, TJ. Before. Thank you for that. I didn't get them all. Video surveillance specialist. Oh, that last mission, sleeping gas specialist. I suppose the prisoner in that last mission was a sleeping gas specialist. And we need a sleeping gas specialist for all our teams are messed up now, but I want to look at it anyways. Oh yeah, let me absolutely. Yeah, you got it. Now I got you. Did a metamaterial specialist for fancier stealth camo. I haven't even used it yet. Cool stuff though. Active sonar, I did develop it. We just haven't used it. Back when you asked about the hand of Juheti. That out past rocket arm, I think I asked, and then I'm sorry I neglected to catch the answer. We need a sleeping gas specialist for the next tier. Sleep mine. Three staff dead due to epidemic. 1 staff transferred to quarantine platform. So even though we did our part and all the Kikongo speakers have been moved, it's not going to completely stop the sickness or the death of other base. We're just going to have to work with it. Sleeping gas specialist is useful. We can all use one sometimes. So D-Walker, should I deploy with D-Walker? I can't even remember which button makes D-Walker drive, so it's going to be a bit of a cluster if we do. Oh, Divination! You're lurking. Good to see you, man. DJ, nope, you only get that side up. For what? Sorry, I realized you're responding to something I just said, but I already lost the thread. Doing all right. That's funny. Vehicle. Is that because I had a Jeep drop during the last mission? That's not a suggested. The vehicle's not suggested for this mission, is it? D-Walker. Haven't brought D-Walker yet. Settings? What are the settings? One setting. Oh, those are, okay. Your Twitch sub anniversary alert didn't go through. No. That's all right, man. Hugs, anyways. Oh, the hand. You need 5 more missions till the hand. I gotcha. Previous alert did not work either on screen. I think a lot of alerts are kind of borked now. I know I've been missing. We've seen follow alerts, but I've missed some. We've seen sub alerts, but I've missed them. Damination. Alerts. Alerts don't matter. Thank you, man. Thank you. We don't need alerts. Appreciate that. Cheers. If you were trying to pop that alert there. Don't know why it didn't go. Ah, thank you kindly for all your support, man. Some bumpy roads between then and now and then. Thank you, guys. Not bring the vehicle, too. D-Walker is our vehicle. The cost of these loadout? Alright, about a 50k loadout. Probably forgot to customize D-Walker with necessary functions. We'll see when we hit the ground if it's even possible for me to get on and ride. And then we'll see if this is the mission I was thinking of. And then we'll see what kind of a mess. Again. Oh yeah, okay, Nav, back up. I see.
The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking.
You know what we missed that with the 1 year with that alert.
Abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be in the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find the route. Find the man.
You guys are my best friends, through thick and thin. We've always been together, we're four of a kind, having fun all day, piling around and laughing away. Just best friends are we. I love you guys.
I tie that to the 12-month. Why didn't it go? Walker gear, review controls. I want the drive button. Speed up and brake. X is the drive button. X is the drive button. Only thing I want it for. Go! There we go. Okay, how do I slow down? This is probably not the right mission, but does D-Walker have the function where I can call him? It's probably not the mission. D-Walker on. Don't mind me. Okay, he's in the guard tower. Somebody's driving by on Walker gear. La-di-da. You can't see me because you are too far away and your eyes suck. This is so stealthy. Not even the right place. Where do I want to go? A. Yeah. Come on, that's just awesome. Hard to control it. Yes, it's speaking, and he didn't hear it. Driver disengaged. Fucking Kit and the Batmobile rolled into this little... And he didn't know.
You made it to the Ditati abandoned village. That's where the enemy PF's coded transmission came from. There's got to be a transmitter there somewhere. It could have the intel file containing the encryption key. Look
Right
for
inside.
an antenna.
Here. Let's get the in... Oh, it's up there.
Usa disso. Usa disso. Sambuno.
Bring all your buddies and do all this stuff. I like the sound of that.
Boss, that prisoner you extracted was a civilian abducted by the
Here,
target.
gunfire. Somebody see the
He
balloon.
said the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO. He hopes that by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
Not actually. Whoa! No, there was another prisoner out here. I'm just winging it.
Okay.
Or they're
subject
shooting
is
at
in.
D-Walker. I think he's shooting at D-Walker. He's taking out D-Walker. What the fuck? Hey. Oh my god. These crackheads are taking out D-Walker. Aren't they? That's gotta be what they're doing. Yeah! They're treating it like it's alive, like it's moving. Oh, shit. Watching. Quiet is not nearly as good as Scout as DD though. Not even
The target is
comparable.
moving across the savannah. Find him and eliminate him. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. Find the route. Find the man. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Ditati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like.
Somebody
as
saw
well
that.
as the location of the village. You made it to the Ditati abandoned village.
Wait, let's
That's
see
where
who
the
saw
enemy
it.
PF's coded transmission came from.
Deal with them.
There's got to be a transmitter there somewhere. It could have the intel file containing the encryption key. Look for an antenna.
Usa disso. Usa disso.
Só teitas vermelho.
Okay, that didn't work. Make press. You won't press because it's a tent. What's the deal?
Talk.
Oh shit. I'm gonna have to take a completely different approach to this. We're gonna get spotted and it's all gonna get jacked up again. Be right around there somewhere, and I didn't feel like bring it back down. Arrgh. Break time for you? Damn, it should be break time for me, but I wasn't paying attention.
Boss,
Give this
the
another
target is moving
bit of a
across
go.
the savannah.
Hey, boss.
Find him and eliminate him.
Boss Wick out there. Thank you for the
Unfortunately,
host.
we
The
don't
other
know what
host.
route they're taking. Find a route. Find a man. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by
I know
the
where
PF
his buddy
and
is, the one who
Ditati
came to
abandoned
find him.
village. It
Where
appears to be
he
a workup of the target security
came
plans,
from.
but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location
Go to
of
the
the
tent
village.
up there, and then come down to the tent here, maybe. Yeah, I can get.
You made it to the Ditati abandoned village. That's where the enemy PF's coded transmission came from.
Better
There's got to
spotting.
be a transmitter there somewhere. It could have the intel file containing the encryption key. Look for an antenna.
With the shadows there. The camo was just brilliant with the shadows.
Talk.
Now, just make him silly. I'm just gonna move him 20 meters out. Get him out. Get the prisoner out. Same spot.
You gotta extract him.
Bukanga kamoni nazo. Ya padi abu.
Diabolu. Devil's house.
Hina.
Can also go up and get the intel, which will trigger a checkpoint. But
Boss,
there's that other
The
prisoner
prisoner
in
you
the town.
extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO. He hopes that by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
Thanks, Snake.
He's coming too. Roger that.
That actually misses me there. Used to be an adventurer like you. Then. Does it matter if I'm faulting people who speak Kikongo now? I suppose I'm creating more trouble back at Mother Base. Scanners show language? No.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
conservation platform.
The Marshall eagle is Africa's largest bird of prey. Apparently,
Sees
they only
that?
hunt jackals. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Eagle hunts jackals, huh? Kind of badass. Now, I'm a little concerned there may be a guard posted around the corner there. We go through the tent and grab him from behind. Probably should. I think he's just turns back. I'll come at him right here. Oh, never mind. In there. Right back for you. Hey, quit hugging walls. Snake, get off the fucking thing. D-Dog probably would have been best for this mission. We'd know where everybody was. Active sonar, something like that, that would help. 70 meters, I think. Be okay on the Fulton. We're worried about. Yep, yeah, there's someone there.
You gotta extract him.
Really hope no one saw that. Bet you I can get this prisoner out of here now without having to move him too far. But don't put him in the fire.
Subject is in.
Had a helmet, but he turned to face me. I missed that opportunity. Not good, not good. Not good, not good. Not good, not good.
He's coming too. Roger that.
We can. Let's go get the intel. We'll get a checkpoint. What that animal is, because I didn't spot it. Aww.
They're working for one of the bigger PFs, the Contract Forces of Africa, CFA for short. These guys are all business. Mercenary work is strictly about the money to them. Either way, they're no threat to us.
He's in my pocket. I put him in my pocket. Intel file. Snake! Snake.
You gotta extract him.
Snake. Intel file, please.
Picked up an intel file. According to this information, the target is headed for Gaziba camp. We also have his movement route. I've updated your map. Use the target's route to locate him. Eliminating him will be much harder if he makes it to the Gaziba camp. Take him down on the savannah.
So, they eliminate the trafficker. This is the one I was thinking of. Don't they end up at... This might have been the one I was thinking of. Intel team spotted approaching threat, but I don't see any markers. Yeah, just hug the tree. Thanks.
That's a Nubian goat. It's a dairy breed whose milk is ideal for cheese production. It's also butchered for meat, but don't get any ideas.
I don't remember if we're looking for someone on foot or a vehicle. There was part of the answer. Shit. I wonder if this is we're halfway riding across the
target is moving across the savannah.
waypoints.
Find him and eliminate him. According to this information,
So maybe I want to head for CD.
I've updated your map. Use the target's route to locate him. Eliminating him will be much harder if he makes it to the Gaziba camp. Take him down on the savannah.
I swear this thing is magnetically attracted to trees. See an animal or something.
The jackal. Is that a side-striped jackal? Jackals are closely related to dogs and wolves, so
There we
much
go.
so that they can interbreed with them. In fact, the Soviets are trying to create new species by crossing them with other animals.
Not me. Okay, so let's look at where they are. Let's look at where we are.
Hurry.
CD. Man. You're right, this Walker was... D-Walker was...
Boss, the target is moving across the savannah. Find him and eliminate him. According to this information, the target is headed for Kaziba Camp. I've updated your map. Use the target's route to locate him. Eliminating him
I'm gonna
will be
go
much harder if he
north.
makes it to the Kaziba Camp. Take him down on the
I'm gonna
savannah.
head kind of to D and start heading back towards C. Got another checkpoint. Good. Are you kidding me? They're already here? Besides, I was looking at a plant. Alright, D. D.
Boss, the target's getting away. Don't let him make it to that outpost. Hurry!
I'm a little confused. Wish I could remember this. Fuck! Sounded like he said. Are we looking for someone on foot? Am I looking for someone in a vehicle? I wish I remembered. But if it is the one I was thinking of, then he's towards the
Coming too. Roger that.
hills. I think I'm just astray. This is not good.
You gonna extract him?
Anyone remember anything about this?
He's coming too. Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. That's the target. Eliminate him, however you see fit.
Huh? Really? After all this, actually found him?
He's coming too. Roger that.
That was a great suggestion. It does work notably better. Makes a huge difference.
Target extracted. We'll let the client know he's been dealt with. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper. You gonna extract him?
love how long these night vision goggles last with the max battery.
All right, you're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete. Mission complete, and how? They're gonna tell stories about this one, boss.
Need to run. C-Star might catch the end. If not, have a good rest of the stream. An excellent weekend, everyone. You going to pick up your friend? Have a good weekend, too. See you later.
Zoya Badiabulu when he dropped off some fresh guinea pigs for them, along with our man without a face. His instincts told him to run like the rat he is. Said it wasn't worth the money. Figured he could be next. That's when he went to the NGO for help. He thought that in exchange for his buyer's list, they could set him up with a new identity someplace far away. He had an idea who he was up against, and he didn't want to take any chances. A true rat. But like us dogs, he knew when he smelled trouble. And something else. He said the specimens come from deep in the forest. We don't know what he meant by specimens just yet, but those guinea pig symptoms match what we've seen on the infected at Mother Base. Deep in the forest. Maybe there's the clue we need to beat this infection. Boss, the truth could be right around the corner.
Waterfowl. So, yeah, we're picking up new soldiers, some of whom speak Kikongo. I should have looked at his name. Did anyone see his name? The Kikongo speaker? Worth clicking through them, I think, here. So I can, Wild Wasp, add them to my list. So I can go through and find them in 1,000 people. Normally just skip all of this. Creeping Ram. Sly Iguana. I'm gonna take a break shortly too, but probably some menuing first. And
Boss, we finally heard from one of our missing intel team members. He says he has a solid lead on the epidemic at Mother Base. Take a look at the mission details ASAP.
when we get awarded soldiers that way, don't see what they are. Root cause. Rescue the intel team member who has obtained information on the epidemic at Mother Base. Hello, side up. Ah, Eli's challenge. Fight Eli once more on Mother Base and teach him a lesson. That when we can Fulton children. After that, we get some sort of a trinket that unlocks it. Combat deployments. Can't do them right now.
Boss, about Eli. No matter how many times we talk to him, he just won't listen. He sees everything in terms of victory or defeat and still won't accept that you beat him. We're gonna have to put him in his place. Again. If you don't mind, come back to Mother Base and go another round with him. Boss, we finally heard from one of our missing intel team
You already
members.
said this? No!
He says he has a solid lead on the epidemic at Mother Base.
Break time.
Take a look at
See
the
y'all in
mission
10 minutes.
details ASAP.
Cheers.